Heard on Thursdays with Nikki is about to go live online. Catch HOT, the iconic radio show that made Philippine FM radio talk, every Thursday on the Monster.
Streaming video on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931.
You heard on Thursdays host, Nikki Porter. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Hey monsters, good evening. It's Nikki Porter back with you for more hot conversations on Heard on Thursdays, only on the Monster. So, face-to-face classes are back, no? And so are face-to-face meetings and face-to-face interactions in various events and occasions. And eventually, you can even see the other half of people's faces because it seems that mask mandates are on the way to being relaxed. But now that you can be face to face with people, don't you ever wonder though what's on their minds lately? Not even lately. I'm talking about like just in general. Don't you ever wonder that how someone is thinking at a given moment? Well, like does your teacher think you're not that smart pala? Does your classmate think you're cool? Does your boss feel like you deserve a raise? Do your coworkers want you off the team pala? How about your clients? Are they impressed with your presentation? Is the sales pitcher trying to take you for a ride? Can you read their minds or predict their behaviors? So our guest tonight has skills that enable him to. He's called the mentalist and the mental assassin. Wow. It sounds like titles of Jason Statham movies, no? Or even any other action star, actually. So he does study action and reaction, our guest for tonight. He's an award-winning public speaker, author, and sales consultant. As a mentalist, he can seem to read your mind and manipulate your behavior and decisions. So he has been lecturing about body language, reading, sales, and persuasion since 2010. And these lectures, they've been the secret weapon for sales increase, client profiling, and instant rapport building. So without further ado, Heard on Thursdays, open your minds to the mentalist, Justin Piñon. Hello!
Hi, Nikki. Thanks for having me on at this iconic show. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to speak to you too. Welcome to the show. So let's get started. I'm sure there we have some listeners who are excited to know like what's gonna happen here. Diba? Ako din, actually, deep down. But anyway, so before we actually get into the most of the questions, welcome to the show. And before you assassinate me mentally, let's get things off in a pleasant start. So I usually ask all of my guests this. What have you been doing during the pandemic? So I'm guessing that you were guesting in a lot of like live shows and TV shows and radio shows as well. But in terms of the pandemic, during the peak of it, what were you doing? Were you still live streaming? And apart from that, aside from work and your profession, was there anything you did that kept you sane? Did you have like a new hobby also?
You know what? When the pandemic started, kinabahan ako. As in, super kinabahan ako because all of my clients started to cancel their bookings. So,
Oh no.
both on talks and entertainment. So medyo kinabahan ako. And, but what I realized, during the pandemic is I'm a mind reader, but I know for a fact that I cannot control your mind. I cannot control
Mm,
anybody's mind. I cannot control the outside world. I cannot control the pandemic. The only thing I can control is myself. So nag-usap kami ng wife ko, anong pwede natin gawin para mabalik natin yung mga clients o kaya magkaroon tayo ng income ngayong
right,
pandemic.
right.
So sinabi namin, sige, let's set aside the income first. Let's see what we can do sa mga tao. So, dun pumasok yung tinuturo ko sa mga clients ko na intention. Because if your intention is, I believe that if your intention is beyond making money, money will just follow. So, we decided to help other people by sharing my talent. How? Paano? So,
Yeah.
I came across with this live streaming platforms. Sabi ko, inisip ko, kaya niya. Kasi sanay ako na mag-perform or mag-talk face-to-face, no? So inisip ko,
Mm.
kaya siya through live streaming or through video calls like that, no? So I practiced. I called my friends. Sabi, I nag-devise ako ng mga mentalism acts or routines. I tried it with them. I failed. May mga times na gumagana, but I practiced. So,
Mm.
habang nagpa-practice ako, may mga nabuo akong parang show. Then I contacted some of my clients. Sabi ko, I have this new service where I can read minds, I can entertain people through video. So if you're interested, if you have events during the pandemic, if you have, maybe you can try and call me. Eh, meron. So I have some clients na tumawag sa akin na sabi, "Uy, Justin, that's interesting. Sige, let's try." Kasi I'm sure our employees, our clients din, down sila. Kailangan nila ng entertainment even sa bahay nila. So they tried my service. Pero syempre, hindi ako nagbigay ng full PF ko. Medyo hinati ko muna
Mm.
kasi I know for a fact that they are also struggling with their
True.
finances. So, um, some nga ay nag-accept ako for free. Basta yung parang for charity, gano'n. So, yun, doon ako
Mm.
nag-practice sa mga charity events, sa mga fundraising. Then for my clients, dun sinubukan namin, eh, gumana. Tapos word of mouth again, actually nung pandemic parang nag-start ako ulit, eh. Nag-start ako ulit with
That's
marketing
great.
myself. Yeah,
Mm.
so I learned a lot about marketing ulit, kung paano ko ma-market yung sarili ko through this platform. And then ayun, word of mouth. I sent a lot of proposals, got back with my clients, called them. Parang talaga nag-start ako, nag-telemarketing ako ulit, gano'n. So,
Oo.
and yun na yung ginawa namin. So, around April, parang March yata nag-start yung lockdown, no?
Mm.
Around
That's
April,
right.
we were busy again. So, I'm so happy na
Wow, that's so soon, ah. And I love na parang dumiskarte kayo. Like with a lot of people, dumiskarte kayo with like with whatever either it was with the profession that you still do or with something new. So you were
yes.
able to figure out how to work things out with your career. So that's pretty great.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
well, we just look for ways or kung ano yung meron kami na pwede namin ma-share. And then like what I've said earlier, I wasn't even thinking of finances at first, and then kusang bumabalik, nagkakaroon. So we were blessed din siguro na kahit papaano hindi kami napabayaan, di ba? And then we have also friends who are supporting us, keeping us sane, like what you said earlier. No? So we have friends who are with us. Kinakausap kami kahit through video calls, and then
Mm.
we started some businesses na nung time na 'di ba una-uso yung mga startups, yung mga small businesses. So we
Oo.
started those stuff during the pandemic also para kahit papaano, bukod sa kikitain may ginagawa kami. Yun.
Yeah. So now that okay, so you're billed as the mentalist and thank you for sharing also na it was possible and you were able to survive the pandemic. And so you're thriving right now as the mentalist. And right off the bat, I just want to ask you though, mind reader ka ba talaga? Do you have a superpower? Are you a
Well,
psychic? Is that how it works?
the truth is, I'm not psychic. I'm not psychic. I have no supernatural abilities. Um, I don't have superpowers, no. So I cannot really read your mind with supernatural abilities. But I cannot see the future. So hindi ko alam yung mga lotto results. A lot of people are asking me, Justin, give me lotto numbers. I don't know that. I cannot see the future. I don't know kung sino makakatuluyan ninyo. So I cannot give advice about your love life. Di ko alam kung makakatuluyan mo siya because I cannot see the future. But I can
Mm.
read minds through psychology, observation, body language reading. Actually, my human skills combined, I'm able to do those things. So those are like my stock, parang stock, ano ko siya, stock skills, no? Human skills na hinaitan ko lang lahat,
Mm.
pinag-aralan ko, pinagsama-sama ko lahat, and then ito na. So I can entertain through mind reading. I can also teach people with their personal lives kung paano nila magagamit, kung paano sila makakabasa ng ibang tao using their own skills, 'di ba? Using their own senses. And then lalo na most of my clients are from sales. So
Right.
how to read your clients, how to know if they are about to say no, 'di ba? Yes,
Mm-mm.
o kung anong gagawin mo to persuade them in order for them to say yes eventually.
That's really cool. No, I mean I figured because as not necessarily someone who reads minds, but it's also something about the art of persuasion that's really needed
Correct.
in
Yeah.
sales. So
Yes.
and body language is a part of that as well. If you know how to read people, then you can find your way into a negotiation that actually works and close a deal. So I
Yes.
totally understand that. And that's very like that's a transferable skill, even if you're not in sales.
Correct.
So
Correct.
it's
Correct.
really cool that you're able to teach this your skills now. So another question I do have for you is, are you a hypnotist? Can you make a person do things through hypnotic or subliminal
Yeah,
suggestion?
sort of, because I also
Really?
studied hypnosis. You know, I'm so fascinated with hypnosis because for this is a fact, no? Ang hypnosis kasi hindi siya ginawa for budol. Kasi most of the time when we hear hypnosis, parang natatakot tayo, no? Parang we
Mm-mm.
are controlling the mind of the other person we are talking to. It's not. Ginawa talaga yung hypnosis for therapy. Okay, so for therapy. So it is parang another way of knowing the source of your problem and how to deal with it, make solutions. So, basically, ang hypnosis kasi dadaling ka sa trance state, di ba? Pag nasa
Yeah.
trance state ka na, you're open to suggestions, subliminal messages like that. So, and also, if you're translate, in your, if you are at trance state, pwede natin magamit yun para malabas yung source ng problem mo and to find solutions. Gano'n. Dun talaga ginawa yung hypnosis. Kaya
Right.
kaya pero may mga ibang tao na naka-discover nun na ginamit nila sa bad things, 'no. So, for me kaya important yung intention. So,
Mm.
when I talk sa mga clients ko, I always start with intention because if your intention is clear and good, wala ka ibang tinatapakang tao, hindi mo mati-take yung to your advantage or sa masamang bagay yung skills na magkakaroon ka or kung ano skills na meron ka. Kasi all of our trainings and ngayon what I do is intention-based. I make sure na wala akong ibang tinatapakan tao. Like
Mm.
this, when I entertain people, I make sure that I entertain them. Di ba? Not get their money. Di ba? Ganon. So,
Yeah,
yung,
right.
kaya intention-based siya talaga.
Okay. And so as a hypnotist though, you're a hypnotist for entertainment, but you don't do like the hypnotherapy. Is that correct?
I am a
Or do
certified hypnotherapist, but I am not active.
you
I'm not active because
Ah.
I'm not active because meron akong mga tao na sinasuggest pag may lumalapit sa akin. Before I was, pero ngayon hindi na because I know for a fact that there are better hypnotherapists than me. So I
Mm.
suggest people na lang. Parang mas gusto ko na lang mag-focus on my craft first. But I
Mm-mm.
hypnotize people in sa entertainment naman, I also do that. Pero sa hypnotherapy, hindi masyado kasi I believe that there's a huge responsibility in doing that, 'di ba? So, lives na ng tao yung hawak mo dun, either mabago mo siya or lumala, 'di ba? So,
Mm-mm.
malaking responsibility siya. Kaya I
Yeah.
just suggest other people who are better than me na
Oh.
pwede nilang gawin.
Okay. And so in terms of like the hypnosis too, I'm also kind of curious na is it possible for you to kind of hypnotize someone without like directly actually
Yep,
doing like the 1, 2, 3 snap and then bigla na lang and sleep ganon. Parang
correct, correct.
like without any trigger or having them on stage, is it possible? Like how does it even work if it's not like
It's
directly
possible. There's this thing called conversational hypnosis. So, in
Oh.
conversational hypnosis, there are certain words that you can say, English or in Filipino, that will trigger the mind. Like, for example, when I say the word imagine,
Uh-huh.
automatically the next word I will say is will, will trigger your mind to imagine something like that.
Mm.
So, there are certain trigger words that I can say with the tone of my voice, the speed of my voice. So depende. And yes, kaya siya through conversational hypnosis.
Is it possible? Wait, I mean, I don't want you to do it now if it's possible, but have you done it remotely
Yes,
or
yes,
not?
yes, I have.
What? Really? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're not gonna try that today. But
Maybe, maybe later.
oh my god. Don't make me fall asleep. And that, pero I think that's really cool that what you do and like how it actually works. So you said that it works even remotely, no matter what it is that you do, whether it's mind reading or if it's hypnosis. So, um, I want to know now, and I think this will lead us to our first interactive activity. I want to know how this works remotely. So, right now, monsters, I'm going to ask Justin Piñon, the mental assassin, to read my mind in one of these activities, I think, that he has prepared for me this evening on Heard on
Okay.
Thursdays.
Let's try something fast muna. Medyo warm up
Sure.
muna. Mag-warm up muna ako ng konti. No? Because, during the pandemic, meron akong na-practice. Dati ko na alam yun, pero meron ako na-practice talaga. And this is called resonance. Resonance is, tinutugo ko din to sa sales. No? Resonance is kung anong gusto kong isipin mo, o kung anong gusto kong isipin ng taong kausap ko, ng client ko, or whoever man. Yan, so people I'm entertaining. Kung anong gusto kong isipin nila, kung anong gusto kong maramdaman nila, I have to start with myself. Right? So if I want you to be happy, I have to be happy first. If I want you to be interested in me, in my product, in what I do,
Mhm.
I have to be interested in my own craft, right? So I have to look interested para maging interested ka din. So, meron kaming favorite na pinupuntahan na mall na isa lang yung entrance na pinapasukan namin kasi yung guard doon talagang i-greet ka niya, "Hi, good afternoon, welcome to this mall," and you're talagang nahahawa ka sa happiness niya. So, parang gano'n. And also, for example, when we go to coffee shops, 'di ba nahahawa tayo sa mood ng mga baristas, 'di ba? "Hi, Nikki, how are you? How are you today? What
Right.
what you gonna have?" 'Di ba gano'n? So,
Mhm.
nare-resonate nila yung mood nila sa atin kaya nagiging masaya tayo. So, I'm going to resonate something with you, Nikki.
Okay.
Actually, I have here a piece of paper, yeah, and I'm gonna write something down. Dito ko na lang sa baba isusulat para hindi mo makita kung ano yung sinusulat ko. Baka makita mo yung handwriting. Um,
Okay.
and yeah, okay. So I've written something down here. Actually, I've written a two-digit number. Okay, so when I say a two-digit number, madaming two-digit numbers, right?
Yes.
From, let's say, 10 to 99. So,
Mhm.
marami kang pwedeng isipin. But I've been resonating something with you, Nikki. Okay, now, to give you a heads up, this has nothing to do with you. This is not your birthday. This is not an anniversary. This is not an important number. This is just random, Nikki. So, when I said random, for sure, may pumasok na sa isip mo na two digits. Am I right?
Mhm.
Yep. Okay, now, Nikki, for the first time, loud and clear, what is ano yung two-digit number na nasa isip mo?
The number that's been resonating is 76 for some reason.
S- 76. Why 76?
It's the most random number I can think of.
You know what, Nikki? Sobrang saya ko. Sobrang saya ko na ang inisip mo is 76. You know why?
Oh
You know why?
god. What? Wait. What? That's so cool. Okay, for the monsters who are listening on the radio, he also had the number 76 in the paper that he
Yep.
wrote before I even said 76. That's crazy. This is just the first interactive thing that we're doing tonight. I'm already amazed. I'm sold. Oh my gosh. Okay, so okay, that was amazing, but I know you're still gonna blow my mind even more. But I do have to ask. It's like, how does this come to you? Like, can you reveal a little bit of your is it a secret or is there a technique to it? What can you share with us in terms of that?
There's a technique. There's a technique. So when I was talking with you earlier, kasi I know that this is the first thing that I'm gonna do. No? So I have to prepare. I have to prepare through my words, through my actions. Another word for resonance. What I do, I just coined the term, no, yung resonate because I'm actually resonating something with you. 76. I'm resonating 76. But another term for this is the power of suggestion, right? So ginamitan kita ng power of suggestion through my actions, through my words. An example, I'm gonna teach you something, everybody, no? So baka magamit nyo to. An example, if I want you to think of the number 7, I'm just gonna use my hand gestures. So I want you to, for example, I'm gonna do this. I want you to think of a number between 1 and 10 now. So this is the number 7, right? So I want you to think of a number between 1 and 10 now. That is just a small example. So may mga ibang bagay ka bang pwedeng
Oh.
sabihin or gawin para magawa ito. So this is actually this is sort of complicated also because you have to study lots of stuff. Pero ang
Mhm.
easiest way to explain this is I use the power of suggestion through my words, through my actions, through my stories, to how I say my words, right? So to how I move my body, to how I react with you. Ganon.
Oh my gosh. Okay. No, but okay, for your information, Justin, I already thought of that number before this show
Wow.
because I'm not joking because I was like because I was watching your videos and I was like, okay, me if he ever asks for a number, I'm gonna make it as random as possible. And so I came up with 76. This was like hours before.
So
Monsters. This was
here's
hours
the
before.
thing, Nikki. Sino yung nag-resonate kanino? Is it you or is it me?
I don't know.
Or maybe when we were talking on Facebook, I was resonating 76 with you already.
Oh my gosh. I can't explain it, but here we are. So anyway, we will get to the other activities in just a little bit. But for now, let's go back to a little bit more of the questions or getting to know Justin Piñon, the mental assassin, the mentalist, who is like blowing my mind so far right now. So can you, in terms of like when you enter a room and you meet a person, whether for the first time or not, what are some things that we can take note about them or behavior that we can observe that will give us a handle on their opinion of us?
Well, a lot of things. No? In body language reading, there's this thing called na, yung parang, pag binabasa mo siya, merong baseline kaya na tinatawag. So, depending on how they react, how they move, how they look at you, di ba? You can tell kung ano yung ugali niya. Like, for example, pag tinignan ka niya is, may mga basic body language reading examples ako pwedeng masabi. Pero, we are all unique. We have different types of yeses and nos. Kaya medyo
Mm-mm.
complicated din siya. But ang pinaka-basic is kung na pwede kong ibigay sa inyo if they are being, if you are blocking their thoughts, if they don't like you, ganon. So most of the time, they block their heart and lungs. They do this, or they do
Okay.
this, or they
Mm.
look down, yung eyebrows nila, naka-look down.
Mm-mm.
So,
Mm-mm.
depende. Pero, kaya nila binablock yung heart and lungs nila kasi based on evolutionary biology, we tend to protect our delicate body parts every time we
Right.
feel threatened. So, if they feel that you are a threat to them, an example of a threat is, we, totoo ba yung sinasabi niya? Parang
Mm-mm.
binubigo lang ako nito eh. So, that's an example of a threat, di ba? So, their tendency is to protect themselves. Like, 'di ba, it feels pero sinasabi sa akin, "Pero Justin, I feel comfortable, eh, when I do this 'pag may kausap akong tao." Imagine this, 'di ba, it feels comfortable to cover up your heart and lungs
Mm-hmm.
kapag nasa train ka, nasa church, nasa elevator, nasa masisigip na lugar, 'di ba? Why? It feels comfortable because you are protecting your body parts kasi
That's true.
nai-invade yung personal space mo. Masikip, 'di ba? So, it can be a factor. So, when you see people na gano'n, they're protecting their delicate parts, 'di ba? Even their private parts, you can see na parang
Totoo.
'di ba, kino-cover up nila yon, no? So, it's human behavior, and when you see that, it means that they are blocking their thoughts, okay? So,
Mm.
there is also a thing na baka puwedeng hindi naman sila negative about you, they're not negative towards you, baka meron silang naisip na something negative. So, basta anything na mag-cover up sa delicate parts, it's blocking their thoughts, or maybe they don't like you. 'Pag may tinatawag naman na meron din tinatawag na incongruence. Yung incongruence is when you say something positive, dapat positive din yung body language mo. Ang incongruent is positive yung sinasabi tapos negative yung body language. For example, tinanong mo yung boyfriend or girlfriend mo, "Honey, do you love me?" "Yes, I love you so much." Di ba parang incongruent siya. "Yes,
Okay.
yes, I
Okay,
love you so much."
for some context, he was shaking his head while he was saying I love you so much. That's the incongruence there.
Yep.
So, that's really interesting. Okay, yeah. I feel like some monsters might be learning a thing or two and how to better deal with people. Now, how do we know if what's this? How do we know if that demeanor changes bigla? So they like do they put their walls down like literally they put their arms down once they're finally warming up to you? And
Correct. Or
what other gestures or body language should they do so that they're interested in listening to what you have to say?
correct, correct. They will In other words, they will put down their guards, di ba?
Mm.
Kasi kung naka-block yan, naka-block din yung mind nila. Or we can do something about it. We can open up their body language to persuasion. How? Two things. First is to mirroring. Mirror. So,
Mm.
mirroring is hardwired to our brains to
Yeah.
show other people that we like them. So, if they mirror us, ibig sabihin gusto nila tayo or interested sila sa atin or nakikinig sila sa atin. So, the secret is yung mirroring kasi para sa mga nakikinig or nanonood this evening, mirroring is, have you ever had an experience in your life where first time mo lang na-meet yung tao tapos parang forever na kayo magkakilala? 'Di ba? Or parang 'di ba there are instances na gano'n or parang sobrang ang luwag na kaagad ng loob mo sa kanila. Bakit?
Yeah. No,
Kasi
that makes sense.
we are all unique, right? We are all unique. We have different strengths, talents, weaknesses. We are unique. Alam ng subconscious mind natin na unique tayo. Now, since alam natin na wala tayong kapareho, pag may nakita tayo na kapareho natin, maaaliw tayo sa kanya, malulower down yung guard natin, mafe-feel natin na, uy, we are on the same wavelength. Di ba na-feel natin, uy, same yung wavelength natin. Bakit? Kasi nagkaroon ng maraming mirroring scenarios. Pwedeng in gestures, pwedeng yung kwento. For example, 'di ba minsan mas gusto natin makipag-usap sa isang tao na kunyari heartbroken ka 'no, tapos heartbroken din siya. So parang mas
Mm.
nagja-jive kayo, may
Mhm.
same yung wavelength ninyo. So mirroring is hardwired to our brain to show the other people that we like them or we are in sync with them because people like people who are like themselves. So always remember that people like people who are like themselves. So the secret in opening a body language, a negative body language is to mirror them. So, to mirror them, ako ginagawa ko, ang isa sa mga rules in mirroring is never mirror a negative gesture. Pero, kapag umpisa pa lang, mini-mirror mo na siya, never na siya magbibigay ng negative gesture. Why? Because mirroring creates instant rapport. Because umpisa pa lang, kunyari, umpisa pa lang ng conversation ninyo, hi, hello pa lang, and you mirror them, not just their gestures, kundi yung context ng sinasabi nila. For example, sorry Justin, na-traffic ako ha, pasensya ka na, nakakainis. Tapos, minigor mo yung sinabi niya, oo nga eh, ganun din ako papunta dito, sobrang na-traffic ako. So, simple
Mm.
things like that, di ba, na minimirror mo yung context ng sinasabi nila tells a lot about you and it opens up their guard. Bakit? Lower down their guard. Bakit? Kasi you are telling them that first, you are listening, second, pareho kayo. So, simple things na ganon, na minimirror mo, yung pwedeng words, pwedeng actions, it will lower down their guard and never na sila mag-negative body language. Actually, yun yung ginagawa ko. First pa lang sa first encounter pa lang, mini-mirror ko na siya to tell the person na lower down your guard, wala akong masamang balak sa'yo, ganun pareho tayo. Yun. So, sabihin mo lahat ng gusto mong sabihin. Mirroring. Second is
Okay.
how to open up a negative gesture. Ang ginagawa ko lang kapag hindi ka pa sanay mag-mirror, ang ginagawa ko lang ay offer them something to hold on to. Like for example, a drink,
Mm.
a paper, kasi automatic reaction yan is kukunin, mag-open. Di
Right.
ba? Kasi based on body language, whatever it is you think of, it will reflect on your behavior and vice
Mhm.
versa. So kung hindi mo sinasadya mag-cover up, automatic magko-close din yung mind mo. So if you want to listen, open your body language.
Okay, interesting. So body language, open up, how to open up, kind of manipulating them into opening.
Kaya
Power of
important
suggestion. Uh-oh.
important yung intention because there's a thin
Uh,
line between good intention and manipulation, right? So important. Why are you doing this? No? Important yung intention.
okay. Okay. So not really manipulating them, but the trying to get them to open up to you in some
Correct.
way.
Yeah.
That's not too like hostile or anything. Now, this question is not super it's not really sales related, but it's more like personal life related. And I'm sure, there are some dating coaches who probably have mastered this as well. How can you know if a person likes you? Maybe for some of the monsters who are not familiar with how body language works and how to read someone in front of them, that they're really interested in getting to know you during a date, let's say. So, what are some of the body languages that um, we can kind of focus into? And also, are the body languages somewhat the same between males and females when it comes to that, or when it comes to just body language in general?
In general, it's the same. Pero may mga differences, little differences sa men and women, no? So, a lot of things, no? First off, let's start with the head, no? Pag interested sa'yo yung isang tao, male or female, they tilt their head. So when you see that the head
Uh-huh.
is tilting, it means that not really they like you, but they're interested in you. They're listening.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Nakatilt your head. Next is yung lips. So, a lot of people are asking me whenever I talk, lalo na kapag they ask me the same question. May naalala ko may isang student nag-ask me, sir, then nagtanong sa akin, Sir Justin, meron akong isang nililigawan and every time I say something, tumatawa siya. Sasagutin na ba niya? Gusto na ba niya ako? So, tinanong ko, paano yung tawa niya? Kasi, iba't iba yung klase ng tawa ng mga tao, lalo na mga girls. So,
Mm-hmm.
let me see, may picture ka ba diyan o gawin mo sa akin paano yung tawa niya. Sabi niya, "Ganito sir." Sabi ko
Mm.
sa kanya, wait lang, medyo kailangan mo pa magpabibo, baka ayaw ka na niya." Kasi
Hindi pa
the
so
girls
sure. Parang
yeah,
gano'n.
because I know you can relate, Nikki, 'no. 'Pag gumanon yung babae, ang tawag diyan is tight lip
Hmm.
smile.
Yeah.
It means that they want to say something, pinipigilan lang nila yung sarili nila. Because a genuine smile, a genuine laugh is kita yung ngipin, di ba? Or may crow's
Yeah.
feet na tinatawag. Ayan, that is the genuine laugh or smile. Pero pag ganito na, kaya sinasabi ko sa mga friends kong lalaki, sa mga asawa nila, girlfriend nila, naku, pag gumanon na yung misis mo, medyo umawat ka na, wag ka muna magsalita.
You're in
Ibig sabihin nun,
trouble.
stop.
Mag-uusap
Stop
tayo
na.
mamaya.
Oo, di ba?
Oh,
So,
no.
tight lip smile yung tawag doon. So, malalaman mo kung interested siya or hindi. Next is look at the tip of their feet or their toes. Kung
Mm.
nakatapat sa'yo, lalo na yung dominant nila kung right-handed or left-handed. So, kung nakatapat sa'yo yung tip ng shoes nila, ng toes nila, ibig sabihin nakikinig pa sila. Pero kapag nakaganyan na papunta sa exit, alam mo na nag-iisip na siya ng escape plan. Yan. So, tapos ito
Ah.
yung pinaka-favorite. Ito yung kung gustong-gusto ka na niya, ng girl or ng boy is nakaka-encounter ka ba na
Ako 'yan. Ako 'yan, oo.
that is a sign of interest talaga. So, kapag interested ka sa isang tao, we tend to do this. Parang,
Hmm.
in a subconscious way, we are presenting our face. Ganyan,
Yeah.
gano'n.
See, for context for the
Hmm.
monsters who are listening on the radio, what he was referring to is a gesture when your chin is in your hand and you're leaning your hand on the table. That like
Especially
that
two
shows.
hands nakaganyan. Yan. That's
Medyo
a very
pakiusa
good
yun.
sign.
But yeah, I totally understand that because I mean personally, that's what I've noticed also when I've read but not studied like body language, like if they lean into you like
Correct.
closer to you, diba? Parang that's like that's interest mismo. So that's really cool. I hope some of the monsters are taking notes, diba? Baka kailangan nila kung date sila or whatever. Does he like me or does she like me? Well, there's interest at the very least, sana, with based on the body language. So now I want to know though, how did your interest then in human behavior, how people's minds work, how did that begin? Were you younger pa when this interest came about, or did this come at a later time in your life?
Well, it started around 18 years, 15, 16. I can't even count, no? 18, mga ganon, 18 to 20 years ago when I
Mm.
was in high school. So, I had this girlfriend. She was my first girlfriend. She was my first relationship. I have no experience in relationship during that moment. And we were in a relationship for around 5 years. So from high school up to college. We even decided na maging magkatabi yung school namin. So I studied sa San Beda, siya sa Holy Spirit para magkatabi kami. So
Mm.
everyday pa rin nag-meet kami. So in just the fifth year ng relationship namin, may nangyari, she broke up with me. So,
Oh.
so since I have no experience in relationships yet, so wala pa akong experience in breaking up, in heartache. So hindi ko alam yung gagawin ko nung time na yun. Kasi, bata pa ako, wala 'di ba, she was my first girlfriend. So yung mga napapanood natin sa movies, it happened to me. Yung mga friends ko, pinipilitan nila ako umalis sa room kasi hindi na ako
Mm.
nakakapasok. Yung parents ko, pinapagalitan na ako. Yung friends ko, sinasabi nila, "Uy, Justin, maligo ka naman. Ang baho na ng kwarto mo." Kasi wala akong gana. Nung time na yun, wala talaga, buong araw nasa kwarto lang ako, hindi ako nakakain, minsan hindi pa ako nakakatulog. Yung mga nasa
Mm.
kanta, yung mga nasa sa
True,
movies.
true.
Yeah, I can relate to that. And then, um, siguro mga after a year and a half or so, I just realized, what if I can read minds? psychics. Because if I can read minds, malalaman ko na makikipag-break na pala siya sa akin, di ba? Or, what if what if I can hypnotize people? Kaya ako naging hypnotherapist. What if I can hypnotize people? I-hypnotize ko siya na bumalik sa akin. So, yun yung naging
Wow.
motivation ko nung time na yun. Kaya ako nag-aral.
Okay.
Yun. So, I research, nag-aral ako based on my research, based on the books that I've read. Sabi nila, in order for you to read minds, you have to be psychic. Kailangan mo na maging psychic. So,
Mm.
first, doon ako naging interested how to be psychic. So, nagpumunta ako sa mga psychic classes. Yan. So, nagkaroon ako ng mga mentors, ng mga psychic. Pero, hindi ko magawa-gawa yung mga pinapagawa nila. Yung mga classmates ko, parang nagagawa nila, ba't ako hindi? So, tinanong ko yung mentor ko at that time, Sir, bakit nahihirapan ako? Sabi niya, baka hindi ka pa open, baka hindi open yung third eye mo, hindi ka ready, baka it's not for you, ganun. So, medyo na-frustrate din ako noon. Sabi ko, ano ba to? Anong gagawin ko? And then one time, I was walking sa mall, may nakita akong bookstore. Tuwing may nakita akong bookstore, pinapasukan ko, may nakita akong book na nag-resonate sa akin. So, may nakita akong book. I opened it up. The title of the book is Definitive Book of Body Language by Alan Pease and Barbara Pease. So,
Okay.
I bought the book, I read the book, and then sabi ko, wow, I got fascinated with body language and human behavior. Bakit? Kasi sabi ko nga, if you can read the body language, you can also read their minds. So, yun yung pinaka-gist nun. So, naging fascinated ako, nag-aral pa ako. Then sabi ko, I want to have, kasi important sa akin yung mentors. So, kailangan ko magkaroon ng mentor. Gusto ko maging mentor tong dalawang to, si Alan Pease and Barbara Pease. So, kinokontak ko sila, and nalaman ko na from Australia pala sila. And then, nung time na yon wala pang virtual na schools. So, you have to go there now. You have to go there in order for you to learn from them. So, sabi ko, naku, wala. Estudyante pa lang ako noon, wala pa ako papuntang Australia. Paano kaya to? So, nag-aral pa ako until one night, naabutan ko online sa Skype. Skype pa noon, no? Naabutan ko online
Mm.
si Alan Pease, one of the authors, kasi inad ko siya.
Wow.
Nangungulit talaga ako sa kanila kasi ang sumasagot lang sa akin yung mga staff nila, gano'n. No? So, nabuta ko siya online, kinausap ko siya, wala siyang magawa dahil kausap na niya ako. And then, nag-demonstrate ako sa kanya. Like what I did with you earlier. So, nag-demonstrate ako. Tapos natawa siya na parang, wow, just by reading our books, studying some more, you can do this now. Amazing. Okay, Justin, since natutuwa ako sa'yo, sige, tuturuan ka namin. So, tinuruan ako ng mag-asawa for around 6 months, almost every day, minsan 3 times a week, tinuturuan nila ako. Until siyempre nagbayad pa rin ako ng tuition fee ko, but the good news is hindi ko na kailangang pumunta do'n, 'di ba? So,
Oo,
medyo
oo.
nakatipid pa ako. And then, 'yan, natuwa sila tapos sabi nila binigyan din nila ako ng permission to teach their modules here in the Philippines. Doon naman nag-umpisa yung career ko as a speaker. So, 'yun, at the first few years of me speaking, modules nila yung tinuturo ko. Pero, of course, now, naka-create na ako ng own module ko na tinuturo na makaka-relate lalo yung mga Filipino. So, yun yung nagsimula. And I'm sure yung mga viewers, mga listeners natin, and you, maybe you're thinking, ano na kaya nangyari dun sa ex ni Justin? Nagkabalikan kaya sila? Kasi di ba yun yung motivation
Yun yung
ko at the
intention
moment.
mo eh, oo.
Actually, hindi na kami nagkabalikan. And when I was studying this, na parang, actually, naging grateful pa ako sa kanya. Kasi kung hindi nangyari yun, wala
Yeah,
akong career ngayon, wala ako dito. I don't
that's
know what
true.
I'm doing. So, hindi ko alam. Because, ito lang yung gusto kong gawin and I'm happy. Kaya grateful ako sa kanya. And ngayon, we are friends again. Magkaibigan na kami ulit. Nagkabati na kami. And pag nagkakwentuhan kami, parang ina-assure ko na lang siya, uy, salamat na nakipag-break ka. Kasi kung hindi, wala akong career. Pero yun, so we have different lives now. And kung hindi nangyari yun, syempre, hindi ko mamimit yung wife ko ngayon who
Yeah,
helped me sa business namin in speaking, diba? So, ayun. So,
that's really
grateful
cool.
grateful ako sa nangyari.
Yeah. And I totally understand where you're coming from as well. I'm sure a lot of us monsters have gone through breakups as well and kind of wondering what they're thinking of, why bigla na lang they wanted to break up with you and then like you just want to know. Like you wish you had like a warning signal or
Correct.
something when you met this person for the last time, which you didn't know you're going to meet this person for the last time and know what was going through their minds. So I love that you actually pursued that and made and now it's become like a career for you, but it's beyond just like, relationships at this point. It's really how to help people in terms of their businesses, in terms of their career. So I think like that's a really cool way of like transforming something really sad and heartbreaking into something that, that was more of a breakthrough for you in your life, and
Yeah.
realizing that this is something that a lot of people don't really know about. So it's really amazing. And so now I'm excited for the second part
All right.
of this little interaction that we have here. What do we have? What do we have?
I'm so happy, Nikki, that you got to know me a little better, no? Because I'm going to resonate this evening. The theme I think that we can do is more on resonance, no? So I'm going to resonate something more difficult or more interesting for you. Actually, I'm going to since kanina nag-resonate ako ng two-digit number. Let's make
Mm-hmm.
this six digits. Okay, let's make this six digits, and
Six
then
digits.
yes, six digits. So, ito, Nikki, hindi na ito yung something na you thought of earlier. This is something that you're gonna think of now, di ba? So, unlike kanina sa 40, sa 76, di ba sabi mo, you've been thinking of 76 kanina, but this is something that
Mm.
you can think of now. And the best way to represent six digits is this, my my lock screen. Okay, so you're
Oh
going to
my
figure out
gosh.
my lock code. Okay, my lock code. And we're gonna try if you can open my phone up. So, was there a time in your life na inisip mo na sana alam ko kung ano yung code niya?
Yeah, no, actually. I'm not the type of person to want to try and unlock people's phones. But okay, just for some context for the monsters who are tuned in. So what Justin Piñon, the mental assassin, is asking me to do is to think of six digits to help him unlock his phone right
Correct.
now. So if you're not watching it on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, you are missing out, because I don't know how this is gonna go. I am trying to come up with the digits right now. So give me a moment. So it doesn't have to be that. It's just single digits, but six of
Yep.
them.
Six digits. So, sige, let's do this. Some mabilis, Nikki. I want you to mention six digits. At kung ano man sinabi mo, I'm going to push the button.
Oh God, 56732.
Oh, sige. Isa ba?
Oh,
Five?
five
Isa
six
ba?
seven three two
5, 6, 7, 3,
three
2, and
two, and I said five again.
5. Okay, 5. Of course, it's not gonna open. It's not gonna open kasi it's something mabilisan lang yun, okay? So the thing with
Ah,
lock codes is this has something to do with you personally, right? So this my lock code has something to do with me. Now, good thing is you got to know me a little better, Nikki. Sakto lang yung tanong mo because and the way I was answering your question has something to do with my lock code. Now, I want you to imagine, okay? Now, I want you to imagine, Nikki, that you are slowly going to be Justin. Okay? You're slowing to be going to be Justin. You're slowing you're paunti-unti na nagiging mind reader ka na. And the secret is all you have to do is believe that you are now a mind reader. You are now Justin. You're gonna feel something from the tip of your toes. Na parang unti-unti ka na nagiging Justin, paakyat ng paakyat on your legs, on your body, on your face. Parang, oh yes, nagiging Justin na ako. And this is going to be easy for you, Nikki. This is going to be very easy because you are Justin now and you are a mind reader. Parang napagdaanan mo na rin yung mga napagdaanan ko. You are me now, Nikki. We are one. So, Nikki, since I said earlier that this is going to be easy for you, what do you think is the first digit? Kung ano sabihin mo, I'm gonna press it.
first digit, is it one?
One, okay? Second,
Eight.
8. All right. Third,
Third, what was the one? Five.
5. Okay. Next,
This is where I'm lost now.
it's okay. It's gonna be easy. Kahit ano, first thing that comes to mind.
Eight.
8. Other one,
Who? Three.
3. And to those who are watching at home, look that I'm actually pressing the number 3.
Yes.
Okay. And last,
Zero.
0. Okay. Now when I press 0 at nag-open yung phone ko, isa ka ng ganap na mind reader, Nikki. Okay? So let's see. Saan makakatanggap ka
My
ng
God,
virtual claps from our audience, even from the people watching, listening
I am.
on the
It's like I'm
radio or
worried,
wherever
but
they
I'm
are.
also like
Right. The last number was right. What? 0?
zero.
Tama? Alright. Press 0 and let's see. Boom!
What? Stop!
What?
Get out!
Congratulations, Nikki. You are now a mind reader. How does it
What?
feel?
Is that an app that you just made into like a lock,
you
lock
cannot
screen?
actually make an app para mimics a lock code, but that's actually my lock code, and I have to change it right after this show because they now know my lock code.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now? Monsters. I'm a mentalist.
Yep. And if you have problems with your love life, lottery results, ask Nikki.
Yeah. I have a lot to say. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. Monsters. This is so interesting. I have never had a guest like Justin Piñon right now blow up my mind with me unlocking his phone, him first guessing a random number from 10 to 99, and now I unlocked his phone. I can only guess what the freaking third I almost cursed now. What the freaking third interaction is gonna be like? Okay,
All
so
right.
you know what? Let's go. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's make this a little more interesting, a little more difficult, and a little more random. Actually, those two things are just warm ups for this last thing that I'm gonna do. Okay, so because I've been talking about resonance since we started, right? So
Mhm.
the last thing that I'm gonna do is has something to do with resonance, but in a bigger scale, Nikki. So I don't know if you noticed that I have an envelope here at the back.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
notice, right? So, since we started this conversation, nandyan na yan, di ba? So, wala
Yes.
namang gumalaw niya, wala namang pumalit. So, I'm gonna take this, okay? And actually, I'm gonna show you na, so, around, walang
Mhm.
butas or anything. So, I'm gonna clip it here para mas makita ninyo. Wait, yeah, mas makita ng audience natin na wala talagang gagalaw niyan. Okay? So,
Mhm.
here's what we're gonna do, Nikki. Last night, kasi 'di ba, last night I'm so excited kung anong gagawin ko dito. Ay magandang taas natin lalong makita ng yan.
Ayan.
Alright. So I'm so excited. Inisip ko, ano kaya magandang gawin dito sa show mo, Nikki? Dito sa Heard on Thursdays. So ano kaya magandang ending? Hindi ako makaisip ng magandang ending. Tapos nakatulog ako. Then when I woke up, I remembered something. I had a crazy dream. So I had this dream was so crazy, I had to write it down. So I'm going to resonate that dream with you. Okay? So in this dream, kasi alam ko na, dito ako mag-guest sa show mo, dito ako mag-guest sa Monster Radio, and usually, di ba, when we hear radio, we hear songs. Yeah, songs,
Mhm.
we listen to music, maybe the latest, maybe in the past. So, Nick, in this dream, meron daw bagong song na lumabas na dinebut dito sa RX. Okay? So, Nikki, what do you think is the title of this song? Yan. So, you can say anything. This song is not yet existing. So, you can make up a title now. Okay? So, any title of the song. And I've
And
been resonating with you. I think maybe nakuha mo siya. First thing that comes to mind, sabihin mo sa amin.
wait, I am at a loss for words. Hold on. The first thing that comes to my mind for a song title that does not exist but will debut. That's the dream,
Yep.
right? That will debut
Yeah.
in this radio station.
Correct.
Kumanda na ako kung it exists, no? Um, uh, Call Me Up.
Call me up. Nice title. Nice title. Good. Now, Nikki, call me up. No, my next question is, who is the singer? Right?
As in an existing artist.
Yeah. Or kung gusto mo gumawa ng sarili mong singer, you can. But mas maganda kung existing, ikaw bahala.
Oh my
Whatever
gosh.
feels, kung ano yung ano mo, kung ano yung pinakamagaang sa loob mo. So it can be someone na someone existing or someone you can make up.
Okay, I really like Dua Lipa.
Nice, Dua Lipa, no? So, gandang song yun, ha?
Mm,
So, what's the title again? Call Me Up
Call Me Up by Dua
by
Lipa.
Dua Lipa. Now, this is the most interesting part. What is the first line of the chorus? First line, as in a sentence, right? Of the chorus, ha? Not the first verse, ha? Of the chorus.
First line of the chorus.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. The first line of the chorus. It's getting late.
Nice. It's getting late. Alright, interesting. Interesting, Nikki. Super, super saya ako sa mga sinabi mo. And a lot of
Oh
people
my
are
god.
asking me. A lot of people are asking me if I can predict the future. The truth is, I cannot. Di ba? Because if I can, dapat dapat mayaman na ako ngayon dahil nalagyan ko na nalalo sa loto, di ba? Or or if I can, dapat dapat nalaman ko na magkakaroon na ng pandemic. So that isa yun sa mga frustrations ko. Di ba? Yung
Mhm.
makapredict the future. But I realize is, yes, I cannot predict the future, but I can create my own destiny. So, yun yung sinubukan ko sa'yo ngayong gabi. I
Uh-huh.
created my own destiny. Okay, so, I resonated with you. A lot of things. Kung nagawa ko siya na maayos, Nikki,
Oh my
sana.
god. Hold on. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this.
So, Nikki, uh, please read us.
It
Please
says
read
new
us.
single at the
New
top
single.
on the
Okay.
from inside the envelope. He is
Yeah.
releasing it. Okay, solely new single out now. That's what it says. Today is 09/08/22.
Yeah. That's a day today.
Dua Lipa's. Oh my god. Call me up. What? 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 What?
Nikki,
Is
we're not
happening?
yet done. We're not yet
I
done.
know. Oh
There's
my
still
god.
the something written at the back of this paper.
Stop.
Okay?
Oh my god. I'm so. It's getting late. What? Oh my gosh. Justin, how is this even possible? Like I am just wait. Like wait. I'm at a loss for words. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. I am so in shock and in awe of your talent. I don't know how it is that you do it. Well, you've done it for years, but it is just so amazing to be that person, like in the front seat and like being the ones like giving all of these like numbers and these words and lyrics and everything. It's another feeling of like I'm not even I don't feel goosebumps. It's just like I'm so floored with what just happened. That's insane. Justin, you are so talented, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nikki, and thank you for having me. I'm so happy that I'm here this evening or morning.
I have to get you back at some point because this is
Of course,
just so much fun. But
anytime,
well,
anytime.
yeah, before we actually close out the show, this is so insane. So how can people find you? Like what are your socials like if they wanted you to be in their if you they wanted you to teach like sales and the art of persuasion, etc., or just, be the mentalist that you are and entertain people. How can they find you?
Yes, just look for my Facebook. Just look for my name, Justin Piñon. Look for my YouTube account. Please add me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more mind reading videos. And then you can also add me on Instagram, Twitter, and my website is under construction. So just watch out for it because I am revamping my website. So just take note, justinpignon.com. And of course, I also do live streams, especially on Live Now PH. So please download the app. Live Now PH is a new live streaming app where you can see other performances. So I go live there from time to time. Please download it both on iOS and Android. Live Now PH.
All right. Oh my gosh. Wow. This has been such a pleasure. I had so much fun. And I had a little bit of fear that came along with it. I was like, whoa, why is he inside my brain right now? It's amazing. And I feel like you monsters should experience it also if you guys have your own like events or something planned, if you're in sales, if you're in any industry, actually. It's so
Yep.
entertaining. It's so entertaining to learn about these things and very entertaining to see Justin and what he does. It's so impressive. So I hope you guys have an awesome, great night. Awesome, great night. Yeah, no, let's go with that because I just don't know how I'm feeling at this point.
I had an awesome, great night as well. Thanks for having me.
Yes, and definitely would like to have you back at some point, maybe end of the year ganon, make it, interesting, whatever. But yeah, anybody you want to say hi to before we say bye?
Yes, I would like to say hi to my friends. Nandito yung mga, I'm sure people are watching. And look, my wife just, nag-comment yung wife ko, please download Live Now PH. And
Yeah, hello.
she's watching right now. And our friends are watching. Hello, thanks for watching, listening. I think my mom is watching through Facebook right now. Thank you, mommy. And yeah, just add me. Just add me on my socials. And I'm happy to have you there, entertain you. And maybe if you have companies, you can have me as a trainer.
Yeah, that would be so cool. Well, for all the monsters who have tuned in, this has been such a delight. I had Justin Piñon with me, the mentalist, the mental assassin. At first, I was like, assassin ba talaga? I believe it. I believe it. At the end of this interview, I believe it. So that's it for the show. Catch me again next week for another guest for Heard on Thursdays. But for now, time to say goodbye and keep it locked only here on The Monster. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Monster RX 93.1 presents Heard on Thursdays. Hot conversations on hot topics. Your host, Nikki Porter.